Hey y'all, it's been a minute. Honestly, I wasn't in the mental space to film or give advice or do any of this. I wasn't there. But now I'm back, I'm feeling better, and I'm here to wrap y'all up because that's what I do. This is Sunflower Speaks. On my channel, I talk about my spiritual journey, self-love journey, and whatever else comes to mind. And today I wanted to talk about something that got me out of the funk that I was in for months, honestly. And it's really just asking myself or yourself uncomfortable questions that are necessary to your growth. Now, I asked myself about 30 questions and I wrote them down and I wrote my answers down, but this is going to be a quick video because I'm not ready to ask all 30 of those questions. But I do have some other ones that I can share. You know, it's about, I think, like 7 questions out of my 30 questions that I wanted to, share with you guys because I feel like if it helped me, it could help y'all. They require thought, they require reflection, they require transparency with yourself. And I feel like that's the best way to get to the root of any issue and grow. And I'm looking down, this is my manifestation notebook. It's just a regular notebook. It doesn't have to be like fancy if you want to do a manifestation notebook. But this has got me through so much. But anyways, I'm just gonna jump right in. So the first question is, what mental barriers are stopping you from being exactly who you want to be? So when I say mental barriers, I just mean limitations. So what limitations are you placing on yourself and are you submitting to that are stopping you from being exactly who you want to be? You have to remember, all the limitations that we have in our lives and all of the boxes that we are putting ourselves into in our lives are voluntary. You can choose to face them at any point. It's up to you to choose to do that, to confront them and, beat them. The next question is, what patterns are you repeating that are blocking you from your best version of you? So that's similar to the first question, except the first question was the mental barriers. So that's, the limitations. But the patterns are the repeated behavior. So what repeated behavior are you committing to that is stopping you from reaching your next level of the best version of yourself? What patterns do you continuously repeat that are stopping you from leveling up? That was a big question for me. That was a big one. The next question is like a 2-part question. So it says, what is something that you want to attract into your life right now? And are you in a state to be that thing? So, with the law of attraction and manifestation, acting as if, thinking as if, speaking as if, being what it is that you want is very important. That sends the message to the universe that you're ready and that you're operating on that frequency, and it will gravitate towards you so much easier. And it's really important to make sure that you are not being the opposite of what you want to attract. You know what I mean? There's no in the middle in manifestation and in the law of attraction. You're either inviting it or rejecting it. The next question is, how do you speak to yourself? Are you calm and encouraging, or are you impatient and impossible to please? It's important to push yourself, but are you being tender and careful and gentle with yourself? The way our internal conversation works is so important, and that is the base of how we project to other people and how we address other people. You have to have a comforting internal conversation to make sure that you are your own safe space before you expect anything else to be your safe space, and that helps you grow, period. The next question is a 2-part question again, and it's, do you love and respect yourself the same way that you expect other people to love and respect you? And are you carrying yourself the way that you want to be seen and addressed? This is super important because if you don't love and respect you, how is someone else supposed to love and respect you? This goes for friendships, relationships, and relationships in your family too. I have an issue with setting boundaries, telling people what I mean in the moment if I'm not upset. It's weird for me. It's hard for me to put my foot down like that because I'm so used to just being like, well, you know what? We can do this, da 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 da. Like, compromising. And for the betterment of myself and for you, it's important to set boundaries and to, love and respect yourself the same way that you want other people to. That sets an example. You ever see someone assert themselves in a certain way and you just know certain stuff won't fly with them? It's because of how they assert themselves, because of how they respect themselves, love and respect themselves. You really have to reflect and see, how do you present yourself, how you love and represent yourself and respect yourself. You know, do you do that the same way that you expect other people to do that? That's important. And do you carry yourself the way that you want to be addressed? That's huge for me. I'm really working on that. The last question is, are you comfortable with who you are today? And I guess it's a two-part question as well. Would your 12-year-old self be comfortable with who you are today? Not how you look, but the person that you are. What is it that you have to work on? What is it that you know that you're not happy with? You have the power to change whatever it is. And you have to dig deep and figure out the type of person that you are and see what it is that you have to change. Only you can make that change. So these are the questions that I asked myself, along with many others that I'm not going to share, like I said. But, you know, sitting down, reflecting, writing things down, and being transparent with yourself can really get you to another level of your spiritual journey or your self-love journey or just your journey as a human. You know, it's important to be real with yourself and be okay internally before you can go external and do anything and show up for the world. You got to show up for yourself. And I feel like these questions really helped me, so I feel like they could help y'all too. So that's all I had to say today. Just make sure that you're patient with yourself, and most importantly, you're honest with yourself, because again, you cannot fix the problem if you don't know what the problem is. All right, I'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.